I want to begin by making it very clear that this horrific event was not an accident. In my view, it was a heinous act of one person that resulted in 6 senseless deaths, including an unborn child and critical injuries to a 9-year-old boy who has been fighting for his life. The Lodi Police Department is treating this incident as a homicide investigation, and we are working diligently to ensure the person responsible is brought to justice. Our preliminary investigation, however, has determined that a 2002 GMC Yukon, driven by Ryan Christopher Morales, age 28, who recently moved to Lodi, was traveling southbound on Ham Lane. When Mr. Morales entered the intersection at Vine Street, he collided with 2 vehicles in the intersection. Mr. Morales suffered major injuries and is currently in the hospital, where he remains in critical condition. He has not been placed under arrest because of his medical condition, but he is being monitored by an on-duty Lodi police officer around the clock. It is our information that it is unlikely that Mr. Morales will be released from the hospital anytime soon. Our intention is to wait until his condition improves so that we can take him into custody and return him to San Joaquin County. It does appear Mr. Morales had consumed alcohol prior to the collision, and we are waiting for test results that will give us a more accurate picture to what degree alcohol was a factor. There is no indication thus far that alcohol was a factor with any of the other parties, and I want to emphasize that. Once the initial investigation is completed, we will present our findings to the San Joaquin County DA's office, with whom we have already conferred. They will determine what, if any, charges will be filed and what follow-up is necessary.
District Attorney's Office is in charge of charging. And when it comes to vehicular homicides, and anytime someone dies as a result of a car collision, that is a homicide. We call it a car collision, and we don't call it an accident, because an accident implies something that is less than something that is negligent. This is not a simple accident. This involves higher conduct. And the minimum conduct for vehicular homicides is criminal negligence. There are many steps that we could go through when we have someone die as a result of a traffic collision. And there's a lot of vehicular manslaughter statutes. The highest vehicular manslaughter statute is what's called gross negligence with intoxication, and that carries a 10-year sentence per victim with certain sentencing guidelines and structures, so you just don't add up to 10 years. The second area, which the chief referred to, is murder. Murder in these types of cases indicate that the individual did an act, which usually is driving, and he did it in such a way that he acted with conscious disregard of human life. That's why we have to wait for the diligent work of the California Highway Patrol and the Lodi Police Department to evaluate at what level this driving conduct was. Was it simple negligence? Was it gross negligence? Or was it conscious disregard of human life?
On behalf of the City of Lodi and the community, I want to thank everyone for your outpouring of love and support during this difficult time. On October 22nd, 2013, our community experienced an unimaginable tragedy that took the lives of 6 of our community members. 4 of those victims were innocent children. Our community has been severely impacted by this tragedy. Lodi has a proud history of community strength and support in times of need. As we grieve together as a community, we will also begin to heal together as a community. We will find comfort and support in the words and actions of our neighbors, our friends, and our family.
This has been a very difficult time on the community of Lodi. We very much appreciate all the ongoing support that we have gotten from the community and from people outside the community. Again, this is a very important investigation to us. We want to make sure that we get it right and that we bring this person to justice.